freezing out here. Hello everyone, my name is Ian. You're watching Big Rock Moto, your home for the most detailed motorcycle reviews on the net. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing if you appreciate this kind of content. Mid-size adventure motorcycles are one of the fastest growing segments in the motorcycle industry right now, and it makes really good sense. They're a lot more affordable, a lot lighter weight, and a lot easier to ride off-road than their full-size adventure bike counterparts. For me, mid-size adventure bikes are my favorite segment in all of motorcycling right now. I think they offer the most versatility you can get in a single motorcycle, as well as probably some of the best value as well. That leads me to this bike right here, Aprilia's new Tuareg 660. This bike was announced, I want to say about a year ago, and then I got a test ride on one in around April of this past year, and since then a lot of you have been begging me to purchase one for long-term review. So that's exactly what I have done. This beautiful bike right here is my new long-term test bike for Big Rock Moto. So why did I purchase a Tuareg? Well, number one, as I already mentioned, many of you had requested that I do so. You seem to be very interested in a more in-depth review, a long-term review of this bike. Second reason is, as I've already mentioned, these mid-size adventure motorcycles fit most of the riding that I like to do. They suit my personal riding style and the trips I take extremely well. And number three, I think the Tuareg is not getting quite enough attention and not quite enough media coverage or coverage from other journalists or other YouTubers as it deserves to have. I think this is a very compelling package at a very good price point, and I think it warrants further investigation. It's no secret that right now everybody's trying to get their hands on Yamaha's tried and tested Tenere 700. However, here in the USA where I live, those bikes, if you can even find them because they're in such short supply, are demanding extreme premiums over the MSRP, and many people are paying more for the Tenere 700s than I paid for this Tuareg 660 right here. And just to remind you, the Tuareg comes with tubeless wheels. It has more fuel capacity than a Tenere 700. It has cruise control, rider aids like traction control and a TFT dash, more wind protection, more ground clearance, more suspension travel, and I could go on. But all that is to say, this is a bike that you should definitely be looking at if you're looking at a Tenere 700. All right, so I am producing a series of in-depth videos about this bike, which will be released over the coming weeks and months. Now, please, I have a favor to ask of you. Please be patient as I produce and release these videos, as this is not the only project that I'm working on, and if I'm only releasing 1 or 2 videos a week, I just can't put them all out there right away. So please have some patience with that. In this video series, I'm going to be covering everything. Today, I'm going to talk about and show you what exactly I paid for the bike here in the USA. I'm going to have a video, one of the next videos is going to be the tour and features of the bike. We're going to look at the off-road riding experience, the on-road riding experience, and we're definitely going to change those up from what I normally do, get a little bit more aggressive with this bike. We're going to cover some ownership concerns, how easy it is to lift the bike, what does the maintenance look like, how do you get to the air filter, how's the oil change, how are things like that. We're going to talk about the concerns that people have, the reliability concerns, which are definitely real, and I've already met and interviewed some owners who own this bike and who've been having some issues with them, parts availability, the limited dealer network, and other concerns that are very valid that all of you have. I'm also going to be producing a video answering your specific questions about this bike. So if you have very specific questions you want answered, please put that down below in the comments, and I'll be keeping track of those in a separate list. All right, so as promised, I want to show you what I had to pay for this bike. So a couple things. Yes, I am a motorcycle journalist, I am a motorcycle YouTuber, but I go into the purchase process just as a normal person. I did let this dealer know that I would be making a series of videos about the bike, and I'm not sure if that influenced their pricing or not, but I think that if you were to go in as an eager buyer for this bike to this dealer, I'm pretty sure they would give you the same deal that they gave me. Now, I normally don't highlight dealerships, but I did want to give a shout out to GP Motorcycles in San Diego, California. The reason I'm doing this is because it's not because I have any sort of agreement with them or sponsored by them or any of that. I have no affiliation with them, but I was treated very fairly. The purchasing process was transparent, easy, and fast, and they gave me a great price, which I'm about to show you. So if you're looking for one of these bikes or any of their Aprilia or KTM or other models that they carry, I'd recommend checking out GP Motorcycles. All right, so if I get the editing here right, I'm gonna kind of put this here on the right or left side of the screen. So the MSRP of this bike in the acid gold black is $11,999. You also have a red and black at the same price. If you want the white and blue, it goes up $600 or $700, but I chose to get this color at the base price. So you've got the MSRP, then they gave me a discount of $667. Now, it bears mentioning that they had all three colors sitting there on the floor, and I think they had them there for a couple months. So I'm not sure if they're just not selling them as fast as they wanted to or what the situation is. But unlike the Tenere 700 right now, you can go in and buy one of these, and I think that's really, really awesome. So that may have impacted their decision making in terms of giving me that small discount. So then I had a freight charge of $800. That's what Aprilia charges the dealership to ship the bike across the world or across the country, whatever it is. So you really can't negotiate that. There was a dealer prep fee of $467. That's what the dealership is charging their customer for assembling the bike, getting it ready to go, and covering their cost in doing that. And those fees go up and down depending on what dealership you have. There was a $3 tire fee. And then looking down here, sales tax, I live in California, so I had $982 in sales tax. Title, license, registration fees, those are the motor vehicle department fees to register the bike, $230. Dock fee of $85. And that brought the total price to $13,900 out the door. I didn't buy any extras. I didn't buy any extended warranty or any packages or anything like that because this is not a video about that, but I don't believe in those things whatsoever, so I only buy the bike and not anything else at the time of purchase. Now, let me know how you feel about the price that I paid for the bike and where this fits into the pricing of other bikes. Personally, I think this is an astounding good deal, considering that a lot of people are paying more than that for Tenere 700s right now at this moment. And this, at that price, this is about $5,000 less than something like a Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, which is also a very great bike. It's about $3,500 to $4,000 less than a KTM 890 Adventure R. It's less than a Norton 901. So really, it occupies, in my opinion, a very important place in the midsize adventure bike marketplace, and I think it's a really stunningly great package for this price. So with 80 horsepower from a compact and amazing sounding parallel twin cylinder engine to long travel 9.5 inch or 240 millimeter fully adjustable premium level suspension to ride modes and the cruise control and the long fuel range and everything else that this bike offers, I'm really, really excited, and I hope you are too, to get this thing out to do some real testing with. And as you can already see by the dirt and mud on the bike and some of the aftermarket stuff, I've already been out riding and abusing this bike pretty well in the deserts here of Southern California. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're not going to gloss over the bad parts about this. The dealer network sucks. Parts availability sucks. Aprilia parts can be super, super expensive. And there are some design complaints I have with the bike. They're small, they're things like the skid plate and other things like that, but we're definitely not going to gloss over the negative stuff as many other reviewers tend to do. A final thought before we end, Big Rock Moto is really not about me. It's really about us together as a community, and I'm enormously grateful for all of you watching this video, subscribing, commenting, supporting on Patreon, using my affiliate links, whatever it is you're doing. This is a community. We're all in this together, and it's because of people like you that I'm able to purchase bikes for long-term review like this Tuareg 660. So thank you very, very much. I'm approaching this channel from a service mentality, from what can I provide, what kind of information and service can I provide to my fellow motorcyclists. That's how I approach Big Rock Moto, and thank you so much for making it happen. Now, I know that you're impatient. I know you want the riding impressions. You want all the other stuff with this bike. Please be patient. The videos will come out probably once a week, if not more often than that. But please give me time to catch up on filming, to catch up on production and editing, as I have many other projects going on. If you do want a sneak peek of the order of in which these videos are coming out, I am going to put that down below in the video description in the comments, so you can see kind of what to expect going forward. Other than that, if you found this useful, if you like my channel, please support Big Rock Moto. There's ways to do that in the description below. Besides that, ride safe. I'll see you out there.